Yes, I think as I've said elsewhere, Colin, that this was the case of Umajai, wasn't it, where they then went on to proceed in his absence, and he was in the Emirates somewhere, wasn't he? The United
Yes,
Arab Emirates, of
yes,
directing operations from there, conducting his defence orchestra, if I can put it that way.
yes.
And Umajai was a case at Liverpool Crown Court, and for those of you with long enough memories who remember the case of Jones back in 2000, which went to the House of Lords, which was the leading authority for some time and has now effectively been put into a footing of sorts in the criminal procedurals about proceeding in absence of defendants. That was also a case from Liverpool Crown Court. So the moral of the story is, if you're at Liverpool Crown Court, come what may, the judge is going to crack on. A question for you, Colin. This was raised by a delegate with me recently on a course that I was teaching. If the matter was either way, would they have been able to send it to the Crown Court in the defendant's absence?
And interesting, whilst we're on the subject of criminal damage, interesting what the new act, the
Police Crime Sentencing and Courts Act. Yeah,
interesting,
10 years.
Interesting what they've done in relation to criminal damage to memorials. In the sense of, not sure if it's enforced, but as and when it comes into force, criminal damage to a memorial value becomes irrelevant. In other words, there can never be this situation of it carrying 3 months, because it will always be triable either way. It will always therefore carry 12 months in the magistrate's court, because it's an either way offence, and it will carry, as you say, quite rightly say, 10 years on indictment.
Ollie Yowang, do you want to take this one, Colin?
Yes, an interesting point, wasn't it? Convicted of dangerous driving. Why had he driven in that manner? Well, the police suspected him wrongly of drug dealing. The evidence of that suspicion was material and had to do with the alleged facts of the offence charged. It put into context as to why he was driving dangerously. And of course, the evidence was therefore admissible under Section 98A. Nothing to do with bad character, evidence that had to do with the offence as charged. I think earlier, did we not cover another one of these 98A cases? I think we did, didn't we? Yeah. So it's just a rehash, really, of Section 98A.